A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Volunteers will kick it away to start. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Bucks! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Gives it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
To the ground with the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase, I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job.
Fires a ball, now it's picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Under fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smothers. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key. And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Got it in the middle. It's Davis. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Here's a hit. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. And he needed every little bit of strength to somehow sneak that over the crossbar. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Lewis to throw. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. This time on target. Got room at the 35. All out of space. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. Hard running there. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. And if you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Back to pass on second down. He's going to take off. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
The short hands. It smothers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some more.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Drives the back and leaves it on the option. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Got it, looking for the first down. He's brought down right at the 30. 3-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the 1st down. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. On the run, it's Butler. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Got some room, headed to the goal line.
Pick your poison, right? When he gets outside the pocket, man, what do? Do I play the pass and stay back deep? Or do I come up and try to make a tackle? I'm not going to give up a big play and give up an easy pass, so it's just easy pickings for this quarterback because of his athleticism.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming.
Touchdown, Volunteers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Looking to throw. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And the Buffaloes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Lewis wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Shakes off the defender. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Complete to the right. Turning it on. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on island runs in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
How about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. The Vols will hustle to the line. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye, college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He'll try the left side. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Caught near the sticks. It's Jenkins. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. There he goes. Touchdown, Bucs. Excellent pass by the back on the option. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run on the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Bringing the heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Volunteers are in the hurry up. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Vols will have it 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line, it's Matthews. At the 35, he's open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads or read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him. And basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. Now the play fake. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
No good. Boy, they could have used that one to cut into the deficit, but guys, still a 3-score ball game. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gets the back moving. Oh, a double pass. He'll pull it down, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lewis to throw. Buys a little extra time. He'll turn and throw back right. A dangerous idea. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And that will extend their lead even further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick it off to start the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this.
Brings it in down the left side. Open spaces. The tag. Touchdown, Tennessee. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
He's tackled at the 16-yard line. Brings up second down.
So now it's second and long. Off play action. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Rolling right and going deep. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. He's got it along the sideline. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
I love when you sell the run like that quarterback did right there. Stuck it in the belly of the running back, pulls it out, runs the play action. Great job of confusing the defense a little bit, making them honor the run, and then throwing the ball in the lanes right behind him.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. Lewis wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get us? And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Past the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
Well, the offense is coming off the field. They didn't have enough yards to get that first down anyway, but by putting it on the ground, they killed any shot of maintaining this drive, and now their defense has to take over in a sudden change situation.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown balls! And here they come, almost all the way back.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Lewis to throw. Scrambling away. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. It's Hudson.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Sends it back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Punch it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
At the 49, offense facing fourth down.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And Jesse just keeps piling up numbers over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the rock.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Rides the back on the option, the give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. They could make this a 2-possession game with a field goal, but they want to put a little distance, a little cushion to their lead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete and looking for enough for the 1st down. Touchdown, Buffaloes! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
Sure.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. And the Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Lewis wants to pass. Moves away as he feels pressure. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field.
He'll take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. And this one is perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. So here is the Tennessee offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Going over the top. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. That's caught. It's Hudson. At the 35, he's got room. Turning it on. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to... At football, really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Caught over the middle. It's Chase. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
Going for it all. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get another one.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. And the Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here comes the heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones, and you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays and the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Chase. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air on first down. Extending the play. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
The first down pass complete to the wideout.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.